Ready? Dr. Marty back. We are looking at section 3.6, which is compound inequalities. So compound inequalities, we actually saw one in our last set of notes where we're looking at how to use a union symbol for interval notation. But compound inequalities consist of two distinct inequalities that are either joined by the word and, or joined by the word or. Kind of funny to say or joined by the word or, right? So compound inequality, two distinct inequalities joined by the words and or. Okay? In most cases, for and, we're going to shade in the middle like a sandwich. Okay? This is just kind of a way that you might be able to remember it. Okay? For and, you're going to shade in the middle like a sandwich. That means the graph is going to look like at 2 bounds, and then in the middle it's going to be shaded. And for or, you're generally going to share the outsides like oars of a boat. Okay? So I'll show you what that means here in a second. Okay? Quick reminder that the greater than or less than is going to be an open circle when we graph, right? Open circle. Greater than or equal to, less than or equal to is a shaded in or closed circle. Okay? So we're going to solve or graph the solution sets below. And I'm going to start with example 1 here. Example 1. Okay, which says negative 5 is less than g plus 7, which is less than or equal to 12. Negative 5 less than g plus 7, which is less than or equal to 12. Okay, so to solve this, pretty simple, right? We're just going to try to solve for g. Now, in this case, because we have a symbol on this side and a symbol on this side, whatever we do to one to the middle, we have to do to both the left and the right. So we're going to subtract 7 to get rid of this g. That means we're going to subtract 7 over here, and we're going to subtract 7 over here. Okay? Negative 5 minus 7, negative 5 minus 7 is negative 12, is less than g, right? G plus 7 minus 7, the 7's cancel, which is less than or equal to 12 minus 7, which is 5. Okay? This is negative 12 less than or equal to g, negative 12 is less than g, no equal to, less than g, which is less than or equal to 5. Let's graph that. Make our line. We got negative 12. We got 5. Now, negative 12 is less than, so that means it's going to be an open circle. Here we've got less than or equal to, that means it's a closed circle. And we're going to shade in between. Okay? This is an and situation, right? And, so g is greater than negative 12 and less than or equal to 5. It's shaded in between like a sandwich. Okay? Like a sandwich. Look at example 2. Example 2 looks a little bit different. Here we have an or. We have an or, right? Use my orange so it's clear to see, an or. Here we have 5x minus 3 is greater than 7, or 4x minus 6 is less than negative 10. All right? So here we're going to solve these two separately. 5x minus 3 is greater than 7. We're going to add 3 to both sides. Right? We've got 5x greater than 10 divided by 5. X greater than 2. 10 divided by 5 is 2. Okay? Here we've got 4x minus 6 is less than negative 10. I'm going to add 6. Let's do it to both sides. I get 4x is less than negative 4. I'm dividing by positive 4, so I don't do anything to the sign. I get x is less than negative 4. So x is either going to be greater than 2 or less than negative 4. Draw my line. Negative 4 is over here. Positive 2 is here. X is greater than 2. Greater than is open circle going to the right. Less than is an open circle going to the left. Remember, this is an or situation. These look like oars of a boat, right? This is the boat, an or going to the right, or going to the left. Here we had an and, this is a sandwich. Okay? Now, just to see if we remember, let's think about how we would represent these in interval notation. Negative 12, right? This is an open circle, so this is going to be a parentheses, negative 12. Whoops. Comma. Here we have less than or equal to, so that's going to be a bracket, 5. Here we've got negative 4 going to negative infinity, so we're going to have parentheses, negative infinity, comma, negative 4. This is a open circle or less than, so that means it's parentheses. Remember our union for or, we often use the union. we're going to have, once again, parentheses to positive infinity. Great. We've got two more examples, examples 3 and 4 on the back. Let's do those quickly now. Okay, so here we have 15 is less than or equal to 20, plus I'm going to zoom in a little bit so we can see this a little bit better. Sorry about that. 15 less than or equal to 20 plus 11 plus x all over 3, which is less than 19. Woo! A lot going on there. All right. First thing we got to do is we got to get rid of this 3. So we're going to multiply by 3. Okay, so I'm going to multiply over here by 3, over here by 3, and here by 3. These 3's cancel. So we've got 3 times 15, which is, guess what, 45, less than or equal to 20 plus 11 plus x, which is less than 3 times 19. That's 57. 57. Okay? Now let's combine our like terms. We've got 45 less than or equal to 31 plus x, which is less than 57. Everybody with me? Get rid of this 31, minus 31, minus 31, minus 31. Right? 45 minus 31 is 14, which is less than or equal to x, which is less than 26. All right, how do we graph this? Well, we know 14 is down here. We know 26 is here. Okay? 14 less than or equal to. That is a closed circle because it's less than or equal to. We draw our circle, close it. This is a open circle because it's less than. Shade in between. This looks like a sandwich, right? This is an and, right? Looks like a sandwich. How would we represent an interval notation? Well, over here we have closed circle, so this is a bracket, 14, comma, 26, open circle, parentheses. Finally, last for this set of notes, last thing to do is x plus 14 is less than 9, or negative 9x is less than or equal to negative 45. Let's start by solving over here. We're going to subtract 14 from this side, which means we've got to do it from this side, right? We get x is less than negative 5. Or, right, we're going to divide by negative 9. Guess what's coming out? That red pen, because anytime we multiply or divide by a negative number, we've got to flip the sign, right? 45 divided by negative 9 gives us x is greater than or equal to negative 45 divided by negative 9 is 5. That's our solution. Let's draw our graph. We've got negative 5, positive 5. X is less than negative 5. That's an open circle going to the left. X is greater than or equal to 5. That's a closed circle going to the right. Let's do some interval notation just to make sure we're recapping that. Going to negative infinity. Remember, infinity is always parentheses. Negative 5, and because it's less than, here we go. Here's our union. Here we've got 5, which is greater than or equal to. The equal to means it's a square bracket going to positive infinity, which is always like that. So this was an or, right? This was an or. It's like oars to the boat. So that's it for how to solve compound inequalities.